ixdaily.com, and I'm joined by what many would call a legend, Armin Van Buuren. How's it going?
Good, yeah, great. I want to start by saying that, the owner of General Motors once said the only constant is change. And if you mirror that on the music scene, if you listen to the first Beatles album, 1960, and you listen to the last in 1970, it's completely different sounding. Why? The sound changed, the production techniques changed, everything. Same goes with electronic dance music. I get the pain from some people that, dance music was our thing, and it wasn't supposed to be commercial, and I get that. I have that feeling as well. I'm very nostalgic about certain eras.
In terms of this year, it's kind of been a year of many great moments. You released Intense, which, for lack of a better term, is actually very intense. You went on the ASOC 600 tour, you're prepping for the ASOC 650 tour, you're also prepping for the Armin Only tour. You performed at Tomorrow World and Tomorrowland. Just in terms of actually looking at this year as a whole, how has it been for you, or how have you found it?
Well, I think you summed it up pretty nicely. Intense, It was some of the things that happened this year was beyond my wildest dreams. To begin with, the fact that I became a father for the second time, and straight after playing at Tomorrowland, which was kind of strange. Also played at the coronation ceremony for our new king, together with the World Symphony Orchestra. That was pretty exciting.
In terms of the actual album, because the album is supposed to be kind of a reflection of what's happening in your life, you can see that there's a clear divide in the way that it's structured. You have songs like Alone, which are very somber and introspective, and you have songs like Beautiful Life, which embrace being happy with the little moments. Was it your intention to make sure you encompass all these sentiments into that album?
I wish I could say yes. Unfortunately, it's not. I mean, the album sort of wrote itself. I worked on Intense for like 2.5 years, and the difference between Intense and my previous albums is that I wasn't trying to make a trance album or a non-trance album. I wasn't trying to do anything. I was just making music. I was having fun in the studio. I was trying to make stuff that I find greatly inspiring and interesting.
Here knocking at my door. The sound of silence, I can't take anymore. Nobody ringing my telephone now. Oh, how I miss such a beautiful sound. And I don't even know how I survive.
It's really that you take criticism to heart, and that you tend to look over your music, you tend to look at the way fans react to it, and with the success of This Is What It Feels Like, there's a big came a bit of criticism based on the commercial success of the song, and that you kind of had a double feeling about it in a sense. Are you obviously, I can't even imagine how happy you must have been to find out that you booked Billboard 100 in the first place.
I guess it was to be expected. That's normal for people to react the way they react. Some people reacted really positive. I mean, obviously the track went platinum, double platinum even in Canada. So I'm really excited about that. And you know what? When I wrote the track, when I wrote This Is What It Feels Like, I was vibing away with John Eubank and Benno de Clue, my studio partner. We wrote this melody, we sent it to Jens and Vaughn, who worked with Trevor Guthrie from Vancouver. And we got this song back. I really liked it. And I had the feeling that I had also with the track on my previous album, Mirage, a track called This Light Between Us. And that was one of my favorite tracks. And that track, it flopped. It did nothing. It was released as a single, we did a video with it, the track flopped. And still to that day, I mean, This Is What It Feels Like doesn't feel to me like a better or a worse song.
I started DJing at 14, and that, your dad kind of made an arrangement with you to go to law school, get your law degree, but treat music as a hobby and as something as a philosophy you kind of live by. Was he shocked to see when you performed working in the Netherlands? You have a symphonic orchestra and all that. Did it kind of just put it in, set it down for him and be like, okay, I understand now?
It felt like it came full circle because, he's never been a fan of the boom 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 music. Yeah? Actually made him aggressive at some point. He was coming up, rushed upstairs in my room, said, why does it have to be always the same? and I think now he gets it.
Speaking of family, congratulations on your wife giving birth to your son.
Thank you.
Watching the video over, you can obviously tell that you were euphoric at the moment itself when you announced it to the audience. How do you find time to be able to manage, seeing your family? Touring, you have Armada. I understood that you took a back seat so you can spend more time with your family. And you were at one point performing almost 200 plus gigs a year. Now you're performing somewhere around 100 just to make sure you see your kids, see your wife, handle your music, and have some downtime. How do you manage all that?
It's tough. I'm not gonna lie, it's tough. I mean, thank God for Skype. But my daughter calls the computer daddy, and that is a bit. It hurts, but I don't want to complain because I have two passions in my life. The most important thing in my life is my family, my kids, my wife. And the other passion is my music, and the fans. And I just have to find balance. I mean, right now it's the rush hour of life, isn't it? I mean, you come to a certain age where you have to decide if you want kids or not, because the clock's ticking. So we made that decision, and fortunately I have a great team of people around me. I really want to stress that, and that helps out a lot. I want people, when they come to a State of Trance show, it's not just a club gig. I want them to come to see an experience. And to have that, to make that possible, we need to really invest in production, in sound, in everything.
And
venues, yeah, and it's the venue availability. It's the logistics of doing the live broadcast. You don't want to know how much money we spend on doing a live broadcast, and to make everything possible. That's a huge team of people that travels with us, and we need to make sure there's a satellite connection there. We need to make sure that there's space available for the radio studio. So it's very difficult because I know there's so many people that want the show to be in their city, and we're really trying to listen to each and every one of them. And God, I mean, I wish I could do more cities, but it also takes away from it being special. The fact that we only do it for like 2 months and do like 8, 9, or 10 shows makes it special. And yes, I know for a fact that if I would go back to the cities where I was before, I would probably sell it out. But that's not the point of a State of Trance. Sometimes people say, "Oh, it's a money issue." It's definitely not a money issue. It's we're trying to invest in this sound. We're going to new cities, new horizons. We could have visited all the cities that we went before and sell it out easily. But we try to find a balance between what do you think is right for the State of Trance, where the fans really want to go, and of course we look at the globe and thinking, okay, we should not do every event in Europe, for example. We just have to spread it out to give clubbers, if they want to come, possibility to fly there if they want to be there. And if people cannot go there, they can always listen online for free.
Perfect.
So I think everybody wins.
Excellent. Well, thank you for taking the time to sit down with us. It was a pleasure. Again, my name is Anthony Deluca here on AXDaily.com. Joined by Armin Van Buuren.
Thank you.
Thank you.